Hi, 2 videos in one day. Oh, you lucky lot. Anyway, I thought I'd show you what I purchased this morning. It's a Heathkit RF generator. These are very old hats. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. That's near enough. It was at a boot sale, and it was on the grass under the table, and it's all covered in nicotine and looked pretty grotty. And I said to the guy, how much is the signal generator? What, he said. So I pointed to that. How much is that? So he said £1. So I thought, well, got to have that at £1. I mean, the knobs in the case is worth £1. It's quite an interesting story, the Heathkit. They originally started off as an aircraft company in the States, I believe. Anyway, just after the war, they decided that they'd get into the electronics business, and they'd produce kits. And the company was Heath, of course, and it became Heathkit. And you bought the parts, and you got everything, right down to the last knob, nut, bolt, printed dot, whatever. And if you couldn't afford quality laboratory equipment, you could make your own at a fraction of the price, and they were jolly good quality for the day. And they produce audio equipment. They produce, I think their first kit out was an oscilloscope, which I think in the States retailed for less than $50, which was extremely cheap in 1947-ish. Well, that's, you know, wages weren't a lot. I mean, an oscilloscope then would have cost you 6 or 7 times that price. Anyway, they produced a lot of amateur radio gear, and the company became a great success, and they even produced hi-fi audio equipment. They even produced home-built electronic organ. But I thought, for £1, anyway, someone assembled this, so I thought, well, it's worth £1 to see how good a job they've done. Let me just pan back a mo. So I thought, well, see how good they've made this, and it's worth £1 to make a video as a bit of interest. I have equipment now that you can hold in your hand that knocks spots off this, but this, oh, I don't know, these were the days. Anyway, I took a couple of screws out. If it'll come apart, which it should do, of course. Don't want to scratch it, even if it is old. There you go. And, well, there's the back of it. Let's zoom in again. I mean, that's beautifully made. Absolutely beautifully made. It uses an ECC80 and an ECC81, I believe. And all the RF components are shielded in this copper covered. You know, it's beautifully made. And this is the era, or the period should I say, of discrete components, where you soldered in resistors and capacitors, and it told you what values. It even gave you the colour code of resistors. And if you carefully put it all together, you didn't need too much knowledge to produce equipment like this. And it was indeed pretty good quality. There we go. But unfortunately, like everything else, I mean, these were the days for me. But unfortunately, like everything else, the onset of modern digital surface mount ICs, you know, it was no longer a business model. So this sort of thing no longer exists, which is a great shame, really, great shame. But their success really come from buying huge quantities of government surplus electronic components and then configuring those components into a piece of kit. This particular little RF generator, and AF out as well, goes from 100 kilocycles, no hertz in them days, 100 kilocycles to 200 megacycles. And for £1, I think that's lovely. I'm dead certain if I said I'd give you 50p, you'd have let me have it for 50p. It's, well, I'm not sure what I want to say with this video, but you've either picked up on it or you haven't. So, 2 videos in one day, you lucky lot.